Disorders of the hair. The following disorders of the hair range from those that are commonplace and not particularly troublesome to those that are far more unusual or distressing. Kanishes is the technical term for gray hair. Cavities results from the loss of the hair's natural melanin pigment. Other than the absence of pigment, gray hair is exactly the same as pigmented hair. The two types of cavities are congenital and acquired. Congenital cavities exist at or before birth. It occurs in albinos who are born without pigment in the skin, hair, and eyes, occasionally in individuals with normal hair. A patchy type of congenital cavities may develop either slowly or rapidly, depending on the cause of the condition. Acquired cavities develops with age and is the result of genetics. Although genetics is also responsible for premature cavities, acquired cavities may develop due to worry, anxiety, or prolonged illness. Ringed hair. Ringed hair is a variety of cavities characterized by alternating bands of gray and pigmented hair throughout the length of the hair strand. Hypertrichosis or hirsutis is a condition of abnormal growth of hair. It is characterized by the growth of terminal hair in areas of the body that normally grow only vellus hair. A mustache or light beard on women are examples of hypertrichosis. Treatments include waxed hair removal, tweezing, chemical depilatories, shaving, mechanical epilators, and electrolysis. Hypertrichosis. Trichoptilosis is the technical term for split ends. Treatments include hair conditioning to soften and lubricate dry ends. The split ends may also be removed by cutting. Trichorexis nodosa. Trichorexis nodosa, or knotted hair, is characterized by brittleness and the formation of nodular swellings along the hair shaft. The hair breaks easily and the broken fibers spread out like a brush along the hair shaft. Treatments include softening the hair with conditioners and moisturizers. Monolithritis is the technical term for beaded hair. The hair breaks easily between the beads or nose. Treatments include hair and scalp conditions. Fragilitis cranium is the technical term for brittle hair. The hairs may split at any part of their length. Treatments include hair and scalp conditioning. Disorders of the scalp. Just as the skin on other parts of the body is continually being shed and replaced, the uppermost layer of the scalp is also being cast off and replaced. The skin is in a constant state of renewal. Skin cells in the outer layer of the scalp flake off and are replaced by new cells from below. Ordinarily, these horny scales loosen and fall off freely. The natural shedding of the scalp's dead scales should not be mistaken for dandruff. Now, dandruff consists of small white scales that usually appear on the scalp and hair. The medical term for dandruff is pityriasis. If neglected, excessive dandruff can lead to hair loss. Although the nature of dandruff is not clearly understood, it is generally believed to involve an infection of the scalp. Dandruff is characterized by the excessive production, shedding, and accumulation of surface cells. Instead of growing to the surface to be shed, these horny scales accumulate on the scalp. A sluggish scalp due to poor circulation, infection, injury, improper diet, or poor personal hygiene contributes to dandruff. as does the use of strong shampoos combined with insufficient rinsing. Treatments include frequent cleansing of the scalp and hair with a mild or medicated shampoo, followed by an antiseptic lotion. Moisturizing scalp treatments may also help soften and loosen the dead skin cells. The two principal types of dandruff are pityriasis capitis simplex and pityriasis steatoides. Pityriasis steatoides. Pityriasis capitis simplex. Hello? Yes, hi. Good, good. Okay. Yes. Thank you. Okay. All right. Thank you. Bye. Pityriasis capitis simplex is a technical term for scalp inflammation marked by dry dandruff, thin scales, and an itchy scalp. The scales are usually attached to the scalp in masses or scattered loosely in the hair. Occasionally, the scales are so profuse that they fall to the shoulders. Dry dandruff is often a result of a sluggish scalp caused by poor circulation, lack of nerve stimulation, improper diet, emotional and glandular disturbances, and poor personal hygiene. Treatments include the use of mild or medicated shampoos, scalp treatments, regular scalp massage, daily use of antiseptic scalp lotions, and medicated scalp ointments. Pityriasis steatoides. Pityriasis steatoides is a scalp inflammation marked by fatty, greasy, or waxy types of dandruff. Greasy or waxy scalp scales mix with sebum and stick to the scalp in patches or crusts. Constant itching may cause the person to scratch the scalp. If greasy scales are torn off, bleeding or oozing of sebum may result. A client with this condition should be referred to a physician for medical treatment. Both forms of dandruff are considered contagious and can be spread by the common use of brushes, combs, and other personal articles. Practicing approved sanitation and disinfection procedures will prevent the spread of this condition. Vegetable parasitic infections. Tinea. Tinea is the medical term for ringworm. It is characterized by itching scales and sometimes painful circular lesions. Several such patches may be present at one time. Ringworm is caused by vegetable parasites, fungi. All forms of tinea are contagious and can be easily transmitted from one person to another. Infected skin scales or hair that contain the fungi are known to spread the disease. Bathtubs, swimming pools, and unsanitary personal articles are also the source of transmission. Practicing improved sanitizing and disinfecting procedures will help prevent the spread of this disease. A client with this condition should be referred to a physician for medical treatment. Tinea capitis is commonly known as ringworm of the scalp. It is characterized by red papules or spots at the opening of the hair follicles. The patches spread and the hair becomes brittle and lifeless. Hair often breaks off, leaving only a stump, or may be shed from the enlarged follicle opening. Tinea favosa, also known as Tinea favus or honeycomb ringworm, is characterized by dry, sulfur yellow, cup-like crust on the scalp called scutula, which have a distinctive odor. Scars from FABUS are bald patches that may be pink or white and shiny. Animal parasitic infections. Scabies itch is a highly contagious skin disease caused by the itch mite burrowing under the skin. Vesicles, blisters, and pustules, inflamed pimples with pus usually form on the scalp from the irritation caused by the animal parasite. Excessive itching results in scratching the infected areas and makes the condition worse. Practicing improved sanitization and disinfection procedures will help prevent the spread of the disease. A client with this condition should be referred to a physician for medical treatment. Pediculosis capitis is the infestation of the hair and scalp with hair lice. As these animal parasites feed on the scalp, itching occurs and the scratching that usually results can cause an infection. Hair lice are transmitted from one person to another by contact with infested hats, combs, brushes, and other personal articles. You can distinguish them from dandruff flakes by looking closely at the scalp with a magnifying glass. Practicing approved sanitation and disinfection procedures will help prevent the spread of this disease. Several non-prescription medications are available. A client with this condition should be referred to a physician or pharmacist. Staphylococcus infection. The two most common types of staphylococcus infections are furuncles and carbuncles. A furuncle or bug is an acute, localized bacterial infection of the hair follicle that produces constant pain. It is limited to a specific area and produces a pustule perforated by a hair. A carbuncle is an inflammation of the subcutaneous tissue caused by staphylococcus. It is similar to a furuncle, but it is larger. Practicing improved sanitation and disinfection procedures will help prevent the spread of these diseases. A client with either condition should be referred to a physician for medical treatment.